Yo, this is your main man, Rick the Dawn. Throw some love on the video, throw a like on the video so people like me can get to the top. Can you imagine if I was actually like a big deal? I would just drive people crazy. Don't you want to see me drive people crazy? Throw a like on the video if you want to see me drive people crazy. But anyway, this episode is about Stephanie Turner. She's a fencer, all right, female fencer. And she woke up, did her research because she had a regional match, or this particular tournament was regional. And she did her due diligence to figure out who was going to be in the facility and who she was going to go against, stuff like that. And she found out that her opponent was or is a man. And he went through the necessary operations and procedures to qualify for women's sports. And as a result, when she got to the tournament and got on her equipment and she was set to do battle, she took a knee and refused to fight or fence against this organic male who is now marketing himself as a female. And as a result, the referee comes over and hands her a black card, basically saying you're disqualified from the tournament. And man, I just want to first, I don't know, I have so many emotions around this. And number one, I want to make sure I respect all people. This is not a homosexual bash video. This is not a transsexual bash video, because I am one of the people who believe that they are suffering from trauma. I don't think that homosexuality in any way, shape, or form is natural or normal. It shouldn't be normalized. It is a cry for help. It is I don't want to go as far as saying a mental disability. I think that's strong. Mental illness is fair, and by mental illness, it just means is something upsetting that person that they haven't quite worked through. And unfortunately, we live in a society that's afraid to say that and afraid to work with people about real things. Instead, we want to say, "Hey, you want to be a pony? Okay, all right. We'll talk to you as if you're a pony." No, this person is a man, and he's parading as a female. He has some kind of mental sickness that he needs to work through. By mental sickness, I'm not saying that he deserves to be put inside of a padded room with a COVID mask on. I'm just saying he has a challenge that is outwardly noticeable. And we all have mental sicknesses to some degree. Trust me, mine is definitely lust. Like, I have a real problem with the female body, and it's a sickness that I have to work on every day. It's a process that I have to deal with every single day to make sure it doesn't take over me and make me, whatever, So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Everybody has that secret battle that they're going through, and this person's just happens to be his gender. So I don't want to normalize homosexuality and say, "Oh, it's okay." No, I'm not that person. In fact, I created a website because I believe that, actually, not just a website. I'm selling myself short. I created a website and a theory. Okay, it's called the Lovecane Theory, and the website is lovecane.com. And on my website, I allow gay women to date gay men. It's obviously not doing so well because this concept is virtually unrecognized and unrespected. Look, I had placed an ad. I placed an ad or for lovecane.com on TikTok. It got 40,000 views. I was like, yes, my ad worked. Then I read the comments. I was like, damn, it didn't work. All right, so obviously gay people are not in the know, or they're not excited about the idea, not even just the practice, but just the idea of dating one another. No, I'm not gay. And my thing is this, I'm like, see, I just called you out. I caught you, because if you are a gay woman, right? If you were born a woman and you're a gay woman and you're saying you like women, well, this is a gay man who thinks he's a woman. So why can't y'all date each other? You'll be the man, he'll be the woman. Okay, but whoa, they don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do. So you mean to say, as a gay woman that likes women, you're not recognizing this gay man as a woman because he says he's a woman. He's parading as a woman. So you're trying to say that you can't, gay woman, date this gay man who says he's a woman? And this gay man says that he like men. And this gay woman is saying she is a man. So as a stud man, you don't find her attractive? That means y'all all crazy. Because I'm saying, if you're a gay man and you like men, she is a man because she keep calling herself that and she dressed like one. Why can't y'all date each other? I created a website for it, but they got upset. They got all mad, like you're this, you're that, you're nuts. I'm like, no, y'all nuts. First off, I'm being an ally. I'm trying to give y'all a way to make this make sense, because it don't make sense. So anyway, Stephanie Turner, she basically said, I'm not doing it. And I'm going to be honest with you. For me, she looking like Rosa Parks right now. All right, because we know what it was. You know, when a woman stands up against authority, when the world is moving in the wrong direction, because let's face it, racism is weird. And if you're still a racist, you're weird. You're a weird person. No. Let me rephrase. Being a racist is okay, but not the old version of racist. Like being a racist just means you want your race to be dominant. I'm a racist, but I'm just saying that I'm talking about the murdering types. All right, there's levels to this. Like wanting your race to be superior, you can call it racist if you want to make it that. But to me, I call it being normal, being smart. You want your skin, jersey, your color to be really, really good at life. But when the murdering aspect comes in and the bullying and the shoving and the suppression, like that's something else. Y'all can call it racism. I don't. I call it evil, whatever. But yeah, so Rosa Parks was staring evil. I'm not going to call it racism no more. She was staring evil in the eyes and said, no, I'm going to stand up for what I believe in and you do what you got to do. All right. Same thing with Stephanie Turner. She was staring. I call homosexuality and the purest definition of it evil to me. To me, it's evil. Why? Because if women and women started dating each other and men started dating each other, what would happen to humanity? Humanity would end because there would be no procreation. Well, you can have science labs. And anytime you got to bring science labs into something that's organic as having a child, then you know something's wrong. And with the exception of like maybe a woman can't have kids. That's not evil. That's helping. But I'm saying if women started to if all women say I'm going to only exclusively date and love women, and all men say I'm going to exclusively love and date and be with men, everybody universally, the world would end because no babies will be born. Okay, but that's how you know it's evil. All right, anything that can lead to human extinction is evil. Period. I don't care what you think. Okay, this is my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, leave the video. Do your little downs vote thing. Go ahead. I don't care. Leave your little comment. Who cares? And then go make your own video somewhere. I won't watch it. All right, that's what you got to do. But yeah, homosexuality in essence is evil, and she stood up against that. She said, I know I'm going to get bullied. I know I'm going to get, threats. I know this. I know all that. But at the end of the day, I know this is wrong. And I dare somebody act like I'm lying. When there's a whole man trying to fight a woman, in any other context, that's bad. If I went off and just start, attacking my wife, they'll say, oh, you're such a bad person. You're a woman beater. You're a woman beater. That's what they'll be telling me, right? But here is an actual woman beater, and they're going to say, he's a hero. Yo, y'all crazy, bro. I am convinced. Y'all nuts. I'm like the only person on planet Earth I'm the only one on Earth that is actually using common sense. Everybody's crazy, dog. And the few people that watch me and rock with me, they not crazy either. It's just only like 20 of us, y'all. I'm telling you right now, that's why you gotta like these videos, because if I don't get y'all like, I ain't gonna ever get a like. I'm gonna just tell you right now, if I don't get y'all support, I ain't gonna ever get a support. Because it's only like 100 normal people on Earth, dog. It's only like 100. And only about 20 of them know I exist. That's what I'm saying. And look, Stephanie said, I'm not fighting the whole grown man. And he's a cheater, dog. I don't care what nobody thinks. He's a cheater. Okay, anytime you were born a man and then you trying to join women's sports, you were a cheater, bro. There's no other way to explain it. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but you is a damn cheater, though. You cannot fight her. You can't battle a woman. That's cheat. You're a cheater, dog. And it's like, oh, well, he went through the steps so that he can compete in women's sports. What did he do? What was the steps to cheat? Help me understand what you had to do. What you had to do to cheat. Because if that's the damn case, I want to go join the WNBA and score 3 points a game. Because I can't score a damn 1 point at LA Fitness. But I can at least score 3 in a WNBA game. Stop playing with me. Seriously, man, I'm so tired of people, bro. Hey, I'm Rick the Don. Stop playing with me. I'm not afraid of that. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this. He cheating. All right. He's trying to battle females. And it's like, oh, well, he doesn't identify as a man. He's a woman. Okay. So what was he born as? And it's so upsetting when you see the video, because he's like Shaq size. I mean, he's like 6'4" or something like that. And Stephanie Mills is like 5'8". And then he goes, after the referee gives Stephanie Mills the black card, your man's walks over to Stephanie and is like, hey, so why don't you want to, what happened? And she like, I read your profile and you're a whole man out here in these streets. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know what he said. The point is, that's cheating. And it's like everybody's like, well, now I'm not sure everybody is saying this, but I know a certain community is. It's like, well, he identifies as a woman now, so he should be able to compete in women's sports. Yeah, that's fair for everybody but the woman. Okay? That's fair for everybody but females. That's fair for him. That's fair for him. And who else? Him. But as far as the little females that have to battle these titans, something's wrong with that. I mean, how would you like if your daughter had to go against a boy because he identifies as a freaking girl? You think that'd be fair? I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm at a sports event, I'm gonna say it on camera because I want to record it for history's sake. Okay, if I put my daughter in sports and a grown man, a little boy, step aside or step in front of her. Let's say if I put my little girl in boxing, because I might karate or boxing, and then somebody's son steps on with a tutu on and a ponytail, talking about he identifies as a girl, and he hit my daughter, I'm gonna get out the stands. I'm gonna come kick his ass, and then I'm gonna kick his mom and his daddy's ass. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now on camera. Okay, if your son touched my daughter in any context, I'm kicking his ass, and then I'm gonna kick y'all ass. All right, that's it. I don't care about how people think about it. It is what it is, man. All right. So look, she said I'm not doing it, and I'm like, yo, this is cheating. I don't care if you identify as a woman. You should be battling against men, and it's cheating. I'll tell you why it's cheating, because why do you have to go against females, big dog? Why do you gotta go against girls, big fella? Okay, fine. Outside of the sport, you can identify as a female. But while you're playing the sport, you should be competing with other people with the same organic organisms and the same muscles and the same gender, because it's sport. Okay, this is not life. Okay, sports is not life. So, okay, in your life, you identify as a female. Perfect. Sounds cool. Have fun. But in real, but in sports, you have to go according to the populations and the rules and the standards set in place, and that is men's sports and women's sports. Okay, life in sports not the same thing. In your own personal life, go for it. But in sports, you got to actually, you got to go according to the gender that's going on here, or create your own transgender league, where y'all can all face each other in different genders and have fun. All right, go ahead. All right, that's the trans league. Okay, where the men and the women fight each other, and the women and the men and the men fight the women, and the women fight the man, and everybody confused, and y'all all fight each other, have fun. But in normal straight sports, men over here, women over there, buddy. Okay. All right. This is my Donald Trump impersonation. Okay, he's a good person. He's really a good person. All right, that guy Rick Dun's a good person. All right, he tells her how it is. You understand? All right, that's it.